said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Got room to work. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Penn State. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The hand to the running back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Things looking really good for this offense on their first drive of the game. They've been able to get it done a lot of ways. An explosive play there in the running game. Great vision. He's able to break out, and he sets his offense up at 1st and goal.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Bolden. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Right on the money. Turns it on in midfield. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a vulnerable situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Bolden. Shakes off the defender. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes a handoff. It's Bolden. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Fires it incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Using his feet. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Good timing on the quick out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat.
Green 25.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Bolden. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 7 over Duke. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. He unleashes a long one. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Unleashes it on the run. Oh, and he toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Let's go. On the direct snap, it's Bolden. Oh, he's going to pass it. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Bolden. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Going to swing it on second down. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Flying out to the left. At the 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
28, Arkansas, 14.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Grab behind the line. It's Bolden. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down the mid. What a job to find some running room and move the chains. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's okay. The offense coordinator is not upset because, listen, quarterback decision-making, find your guys, find your matchups. He's made big plays already. He's already put up a game's worth of stats. Continue to find that guy. You'll have some misses, but he is your guy.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the direct snap, it's Bolden. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments, things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 24 over Duke. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Hauls it in. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Woo. I tell you what, you feel really fortunate if you're on offense. That's one of those where it takes 13 seconds for that ball to roll out of bounds. You're just trying to make that thing. You're trying to blow it out of bounds. Make sure you don't turn the football over. In such a good position to go take the lead. Fortunate bounce for that thing to go out of bounds.
He wants to throw it again. Using his feet to buy time. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
21.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Can't hang on across the middle on 1st down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The quick out. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the Razorbacks will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sims. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's bombed. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I'll tell you, got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The give to the tailback. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to go up top. He's got him. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
And the Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Toss to the outside. Inside the 25. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 24 over Duke. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Bring in the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Bolden. Finding open areas. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
To the ground with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll throw on third down. Quickly complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wong. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end. And he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.